Hello, friends. Welcome to the year that is of the 20 and the 19. Do you remember when Sakor used to make videos? I sure don't. Sakor is a guy who's not been around for quite some time.
Sam, I am.
So instead, you have entered the realm of DJ Uncle Sexfiend's Love Shack. And today, we are going to be skipping this introduction and moving on to the menu itself of Serious Sam Xbox on the PC. Whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, you can relax now, for I'm going to serenade you with my rather pleasant, sexy voice, and we are going to be relaxing, playing some Serious Sam. This is a mod that was actually released just yesterday at the time of recording, so technically still in 2018, and that's pretty impressive. It is basically the Xbox port for Serious Sam Classic, which you can now play on the PC version of the Second Encounter. You can play it on both the CD copy and the Steam release. Obviously, we're playing the Steam release because it's the only one that supports native 16:9 resolution. And this is just going to be a really casual long play. Ignoring the fact that I have, like, several other playthroughs of games which I, kind of abandoned. I don't know, maybe I'll get back to them at some point or another. I just haven't recorded things in quite a long time. The most time I spent doing something in the last year was working on a mod myself for Serious Sam Fusion, but we're going to be focusing on this mod, which was released just the other day by AR2 Devil Pinky, and I believe he picked up the project from some other dude. I'm sure you can find the information on the mod page itself, which will be linked in the description below. So this will be just a casual playthrough, as I've emphasized, and we're just going to play on hard difficulty and just have a good time and see what all the differences are. So, let's go.
Just once, I'd like to wake up in the morning and not have to fight off an alien invasion. You know, most people would have run away by now.
So as the very rich lore of Serious Sam will probably tell you, events depicted in that cutscene are probably a little bit different compared to what actually happened, but I don't think you care about that. In fact, I think most people who played the Xbox port probably didn't care too much for the story and just enjoyed those wacky cutscenes, and this is a nice thumbnail. I only played a little bit of this mod. I sort of have a general idea of what happened in Serious Sam Xbox. I referred to it a lot when I was working on my mod, but this is effectively just going to be blind, and again, we're just going to have a good time and get back into the flow of things, and we're going to unpause the game.
Ready for
I
battle.
keep forgetting that that is a feature. Good old Hatshepsut, and it has palm trees too. That's a little bit different. Let's go up the ramp and fight the first enemy in the game, the rather spooky, scary, headless Rocketeers. Very effective enemies who just ignore you half the time. And there we go. The thunderstorm has ended rather quickly. I'm surprised it actually ended that quickly. I feel like it was supposed to go on for a little bit longer, but Xbox edition.
Now that's some serious firepower.
Some things are gonna be a little bit different. I see treasure over there. Give me the monies. All the muns. Nice. 10,000 points. Looks like that they're actually using the extra live system in this game too. Now we are playing the Steam version of Serious Sam Classic, so unfortunately that means the crosshair on the screen is actually pretty large. The Xbox crosshair was actually insanely large in the original version as well, but it's kind of emphasized a little bit less here. It almost kind of looks like a natural crosshair size. Almost. It's just the key issue is that if you try to use any of the regular crosshairs, they just look ridiculously large, and it's a little bit intrusive. The game does support widescreen, like 16:9 ratio, but just not as efficiently as, say, Serious Sam Revolution. Yeah, get over here. Nice animations, too. I believe a bunch of enemies, maybe not a bunch of them, but mainly like the headless troops, got a bunch of new animations for the Xbox edition, and a couple of other enemies as well, so that's pretty neat. Cool to see that you could actually put them in the game. They could technically also be exported and put on Serious Sam Revolution, but I don't think anybody plays Revolution anymore because that was just never completed, and I don't know if they intend to complete it, like, ever. That is a chainsaw. Give me the chainsaw. Groovy. Oh, where do you think you're going, mister? You get the chainsaw treatment. Nice. I think I'm just gonna go after as many enemy spawns as possible. I know, like, walking through some areas in this map will just cause some enemies to spawn, which can look a little bit weird sometimes. If you just approach from a completely different angle and then suddenly, oh hey, there's enemies behind this corner which weren't there before, but now they are. And that is rather spooky. Not as spooky as this double-barreled shotgun, though. Kaboom! I do kind of miss the dispersion crosshair for the shotguns. I think that's the one thing that's gonna kind of screw me over when I'm playing Serious Sam Classic. I got a little bit too adjusted to some of the features that are in the HD Fusion edition of the game. Let's just take care of these guys. And go grab the shotgun ammo. Could always use more shotgun ammo. Getting lots of points for picking up just random power-ups. That is always welcome because this game has extra lives. I think you could still quick save, however, so the extra lives are kind of meaningless. It's kind of like Serious Sam 2 all over again. And we also have Overheal, which degenerates. That's, lovely. Don't think I actually picked up the rockets that are over here. Let's jump through that. Actually, I'm curious now. Oh, hey. Look at that. He even has a couple of sort of new animations. This does look a little bit janky with his arms hanging out like that. I wonder what some of the other ones look like. Oh, he's going for the stab attack. That is brutal looking. Nice. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's go free Croteam. So that way they can start developing the next game in the series.
Croteam owned.
Oh no. Oh no, it happens. It's happening. Okay, let's just corral everybody outside. Come on.
Wait, Bowman,
I am waiting. I am waiting ever so patiently for all of you fine gentlemen. That's it. Go along now. I am just going to raid your secret treasure stash, like literal treasure stash. 50,000 points. We're gonna be racking up them extra lives in no time at all. This very rate, there might as well be starting a fast food chain just full of extra lives. Don't you want a life? Take a life. I got plenty of them. I'm not going to wait for you guys. You're instead going to all run over the ramp. Good. I planned for this. Open this door. Give me some more monies. Everybody out. Everybody out of the hole. I want what's in there. Yes, Mr. Rotrosis. And you, Booger. Get out of there. Nice. No, I'm not waiting for you. I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm going to do things on my own time, just as I intended. You, on the other hand, are just going to follow me indefinitely. Let's go on an adventure. Come on. Let's go see what's in the desert. And get interrupted by all these... I know most people would probably just kill them, but I don't feel like being that cruel. I just really don't. Here we go. Into the desert. Are you still following me? Yes, you are. Oh, what a surprising turn of events! There happened to be a little bit of cash stashed away in that very tiny location. I remember these textures actually being on the side of this ramp. I know one thing they did for the Xbox version was just to retexture a lot of things, and they put in a lot more detail. Like all the new palm trees on that terrace. That's definitely a new feature. I think it's nice. Most people, well, I think most Russian Serious Sam fans anyway, would point to the Xbox edition as being the definitive version of Serious Sam Classic. I'm not sure if I fully agree. I think the Serious Sam Classic edition is the definitive version of Serious Sam Classic, but what does my opinion count for, right? Like, I remember there used to be 4 of these guys out here, but instead there's just 1. So it seems as though the collecting all of this extra ammunition was a little bit of a superfluous decision on my part. But I'm sure we could probably trigger some more enemies by destroying that palm tree over there. We'll go for as many kills as I could possibly remember. So, let's also go ahead, destroy the tree, pick up the points, and then proceed to die. I cannot see anything because the sunflower is getting in the way. Let's get rid of the harpies. And they bounce back really far, too. A bit of a thing which I don't remember too much well from Serious Sam Classic. I actually did go back and play Classic a bit recently because I had to refer to a couple of things when designing my mod. And the harpies in HD are not quite as aggressive compared to the ones in Classic. I'm just gonna fire some rockets off. I don't have time to waste by doing this multi-kill. Kinda wish we could get that Quake 3 announcer sound going off every time I did that, which would definitely not get old fast at all. There we are. And that is that. The first level in the game. Hatshepsut can either take you less than 2 minutes, or almost 20 minutes to complete, depending on how much you want to do. And obviously, we are taking the long route, so it's gonna take a few years for us to get all the way back to the start of the temple. And so, in the meantime, we will observe all of our weaponry. Some of the stuff which looks really nice. I like the Xbox models for all the weapons. They definitely look fancy. And you can see that some of these models were eventually translated to the HD edition of the game if you actually care about that sort of thing. Okay. Let us go up the stairs, or the ramp. These technically aren't stairs. You're just gonna keep following me, aren't you, little guy? Well, that is a-okay. I'm going to try and trip him up by just doing a sneaky little jump maneuver over here. Or he'll probably just keep hugging the ramp and continue making his way up, if his AI allows for that. but hopefully it won't. Let's continue on through Hatshepsut. Take out the knife. I guess the knife is a good weapon for these guys.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Pick up some of the armor over here. Look at the nice water shimmering effects on the walls. And shoot that dude. He blew up rather quickly. That's kind of surprising. How about that? Oh, geez, the small armor actually gives you quite a lot. I sort of forgot about that feature. Well, let's just pick up as much health as possible, even if it's gonna degenerate. Maybe it will be useful. Who knows? Get out of the water, please. It's gonna take me a few years to get used to some of these changes, adjust and refine my strategy. I think the chainsaw can actually... Yeah, I can. How about that? It doesn't shake when you could destroy destructible objects, but you could do that, which is kind of neat. Just having the chainsaw in the first encounter is gonna break so many things. I wonder what I'm supposed to do in this room. Ah, I remember. I'm supposed to pick up this armor, and these shotgun shells, and leave. Door doesn't work. Okay. Let's, maybe we should actually pay attention to the map objectives instead.
Yeah, baby.
And pick up the 12-gauge shotgun. Ooh, these are nice-looking animations. Everybody is going to get a face full of lead. That is my New Year's present to you, because Christmas is already come and gone. Don't jump towards me. That would be rather spooky. Here we go. Nice. Nice. Statistics. We even got the second encounter map showing up, which I don't think should be happening, but there it is. Oh, and yeah, you can't edit the Nitrix interface, so it still uses the old models. Alright, it's understandable. I'm not sure if that walk through the canyon actually took that much time, but here we are. We enter one canyon and find ourselves with an idle animation playing. I like the way this room looks. This is much more fancy. I like the decals too. Nice. Okay. Is it just me or does my movement feel a little slippery? It feels like I'm sliding all over the place right now. That could just be the second encounter being the second encounter, probably. Or the Steam version, rather. Movement was always a little bit janky in Serious Sam Classic sometimes, and I can get into more detail on what I'm talking about in just a minute, but I have to focus on destroying all these suicide bombers, who seem to stun for quite a long time. Can I just... No, I don't want to actually... Okay, can I just... Yeah. He actually has to, like, stop and just kind of stare into space for a minute. That's a little bit different. Xbox animations seem to take a while for those guys. Wearable. Olay! Come on, you bastard. I know you haven't gotten in you. Boom! Awesome. But yeah, one thing I'm actually referring to is the fact that if you play Serious Sam Classic, one of the things that you're never going to unsee is the fact that in the original versions, if you move to the left or the right, your orientation is going to forever be tilted to the left or the right until you move straight forward or reposition yourself by moving forward or jumping. And it's kind of bothersome once you see that. That's one thing that kind of bugged me when I was replaying Classic. But that seems to be mitigated in the new versions of the game, so it's no big deal anymore. And I'm hesitating to move forward because I know doing that is going to cause a bunch of enemies to appear behind me. Oh god, please work with me, Crosshair. Because the crosshair sizes are so large, I may end up missing a bunch of my shots sometimes. And I won't be shooting as accurately as I would like to. It's a little bit troublesome. I will go get what's over the hillside in just a minute. That hurt. That actually hurt my feelings quite a bit, mister. Just finish you off with the good old-fashioned Schofield difficult show fields, they're interchangeable, depending on which version of the game you play. I heard something spawn back here. It is a health cube, and it's guardians. Let's go for that multi-kill. Nice. Rack up as many points as possible. It looks as though the extra lives actually carry over into the next level, so if we don't die that much, we're gonna have a huge stash of extra lives, which maybe we could trade in for some better weaponry later on. That'd be kinda cool. An interesting currency mechanic, I find. That should be put into some video game, I believe. Hello. Get on my face. I don't want any of your face in my face. Because your face is not as sexy as mine. You're not even paying attention. That's cool. I will take advantage of that. Pick up some of these lovely items and enter the secret valley. This is gonna take years. Oh my god, I hate getting up here. Okay, that didn't take quite as long. Small blessings. So let's raid the treasure stash in the secret valley. Look at the nice background mountains. I miss those background mountains in the HD version. Like, if they had higher definitions versions of those background mountains, that would be just enough for me to make some of the levels feel much larger in size. The HD versions of the games just don't feel big anymore, which is a flaw I find in comparison to Classic, where it actually feels like there's stuff going on in the world, even if the game size itself, the level sizes are actually relatively small. Although most of the levels were pretty big back in the day, but that's besides the point. We're holding it up to a bit of a different standard. There we are. All said and done. Ah, the sun. If I stare at that long enough, then I will eventually not go blind, because it is only a virtual sun, and it cannot damage me in such a way compared to the ultraviolet lights of the regular sun in the regular world where regular things happen. But we're not going to focus on the real world right now, because the real world is boring. Like, I don't think in the real world you would just see a phone booth sitting around here doing nothing. That's kinda cool. Alright, let's go into this tomb. Observe the fact that the torches don't actually light up the place. But still, it's cool to see that there are torches here. Let's get rid of them. Don't need them torches. Screw dynamic lighting. Oh. I did not... This is a disaster. This has gotten really messy really quickly. I have completely forgotten my footing in this game. It's probably a good thing that I did not choose to play on serious difficulty, because I would have died several times over already. Man, I missed these blue lights in the HD version. I'm just gonna keep making comparisons to the HD version because I don't have a life. Do you need some help there?
You stupid headless freak.
Why can't I shoot through this? Okay, screw this chainsaw. The Boulder feels conflicted about these current events. Either the boulder could crush us, or he could just leave us be, and he chose to leave us be. Give me this health pill. I'm curious about something. You can't do that in the new versions of the game. Oh, was there? Huh. Okay, that's kinda neat. I'm going out of my way to destroy as many statues as possible from now on. Hi. No, oh come on! I thought the knife's range was supposed to be at least, like, 5 times bigger than that in the original game. What is this sorcery? Please don't... I need you to not push me that close. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a problem. Nah. I don't think there's any health in the secret area. No, there's just a Tommy gun. I'm gonna try doing this without the chainsaw. I just want to see how much of a disaster this will be. I remember this music playing in the original. It does make this situation feel a little bit more intense as I continue to backpedal and jump around, trying to avoid being splashed upon by the toxic slimes of the marsh hoppers. And you are a toxic individual for a variety of reasons. But you are dead now. And so, your life has come and gone while my life continues into a new adventure where excitement awaits. You should be dead. And you should be even deader than dead because you are a skeleton that happens to be undead. Boom. Get out of here. I see something fascinating. I would like that very much. I would also like this. Give me the monies. All the monies. Game, I would really like it if I could get some of those lost frames back. I have no clue what's going on. It could be that maybe Fraps just doesn't like this all that much. It's possible. Fraps kind of eats up a lot of memory. And I sort of am considering maybe getting a new PC at some point or another. Because it's getting to be around that time where this PC is gonna have to say, hey, my time in the sun is all done, brother. Actually, I'm just gonna check something, or maybe just restarting the recording will probably help. Just a little bit. Take out our chainsaw. Stare at the beauty of the chainsaw, and cut through these bastards. What is around the corner, I wonder? Two gentlemen. They are not so gentle anymore, for they are just piles of meat. Nom nom nom. Save the game. Grab the armor. And exit this spooky place. Get back into the sun. I'm so glad that there's prevention from you picking up extra ammunition items when you don't need them. It's very lovely. Thank you very much, game designer, because having that feature in here would just be a pain in the butt. I don't want any pains in the butts when I'm playing this game. In fact, having a pain in the rear end would probably mean that I should probably go get that checked out someplace else that isn't in video game land. I hear battle music, I see the source of the battle music, and I'm going to shoot that source of the battle music out of the sky, get 1,000 points, and watch it slowly fall to the ground. At a velocity of which a bird would fall to the ground if it were taken out of the sky. Oop, damn it. Oh, I expected you to be someplace else entirely. I'm not playing an HD version of the game. Just destroy these fools. And praise the fact that Serious Sam Classic does not have proper pathfinding, so enemies will just run into walls for a while. And I can use this to my advantage. Let's actually go raid what's beyond this hill. Just this guy. A little bit of armor. A little bit of shotgun shells. You never run out of shotgun shells in Serious Sam. That's a fact of life. Just as soon as you maybe lose like 2 shotgun shells, hey, there's another box right there. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I want this. So there's supposed to be like a boulder up there or something? I wonder. How the hell am I even supposed to get this? Wait, come on. Okay, there we go. Maybe that triggers the boulder? Or there's just no boulder there at all? Huh. That's weird. I wonder why you removed that in the first place. It seems like an odd decision to me. But I did not develop this mod. Or the Xbox edition of the game. So, that is not my decision to make, and I have accepted that. I will, however, probably judge it, for the boulder was my ally. The boulder I could have used to crush that wearable that charged towards me at such an extreme speed that I was rather panicked, and I thought to myself, it would be really nice if I had a boulder to crush this individual with. And I could say to myself, hey, it was definitely a less extreme scenario than I expected, because I could have been crushed, but my foe was crushed. He was crushed by my friend, Mr. Boulder. And Mr. Boulder has just decided to take a vacation. I'm sad about this. I keep trying to reload the Colts every time I switch weapons, but you don't have to do that! I should really stop making comparisons to the original versions, because I'm just bound for a bad time by doing this. No. No, 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 no. Do not approve. It just looks like the boulders were removed entirely. I guess they broke somehow. I mean, Serious Sam Classic didn't really have a proper physics engine, so I guess that's kind of understandable. Still, it seems odd how those would break in the first place. Because I know they weren't broken in the original Xbox edition from the footage that I've seen. It is just nice to actually be playing a version of the Xbox edition, because I've wanted to play this for a while. I mean, you could technically sort of do it with emulators, but I don't think it really worked all that well. Xbox emulators are just barely functioning by this point in time, but I think they're getting them to run more games. So who knows, maybe you could play the original version of Serious Sam Xbox at some point or another. It's a weird place for shotgun shells. I guess they moved them to make place for the treasure chest. That is understandable. Very understandable. Well, that seems to be all of Sandy Canyon. Let's leave this place. Here we go. Time for a Spookfest. Ooh. I really like the way this looks. Yeah, like, even some of the details, like adding just different colored pillars or extra lights, just really improves this visuals. Really improves them visuals. Makes the place feel a bit more lively. I do think that this level has just always looked better in the original version anyway, just because of the blue lighting. What do you want? Can I not enjoy the scenery of this level without being interrupted by your rude ass? I mean, look at this. You even got these little fires right here, which I'm gonna destroy. Which I'm not gonna destroy, because the game doesn't want me to do that. I'm gonna destroy these statues instead. Take my revenge on these statues for the fact that their souls have cursed a lot of the architecture in this place and prevented me from destroying them. I can destroy the torches, however. So, looks as though the game has redeemed itself. Let's move on. Hi. I remember the hanging lights being here. Those look distinctly South American. I'm pretty sure those are from the South American stages, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, well. The lighting in here still makes the place a bit more interesting. I guess you're the guy who saw me earlier. Oh, you're not dead. You should be dead. And now you are dead. And that is okay. Although we may be dead, we are for sure dead at this point in time, because we are dead. And that is a good dead. You be dead too. Nobody is allowed to live on my watch. Hey, the secret is still broken as ever. Yeah, the trigger is still over there because you have to jump from that ledge, but you can still do it like this. So, let's just continue doing things out of order. This looks really pretty. I'm glad that this mod was eventually released. I will say, if they can get Revolution properly working, I would like to see this mod ported to that version of the game, just because the fact that it kind of has the proper 16:9 support kind of makes it a little bit better, in my opinion. I mean, for a while I thought that Revolution was kind of the proper way to play the first and second encounter as a single campaign and single player, but lately whenever I tried to play the game at all, my game just stutters a lot, and it's a result of trying to play the game in full screen, believe it or not. I'm not sure what the cause of that problem is, but it's really annoying. Also, they removed Direct 3D support for some weird reason or another. I can't really remember why they did that exactly, but that's kind of a no-no from me, because then it only supports OpenGL, and OpenGL is, it's just kind of meh. Not really my favorite. Anything interesting up here? Just a little health vial. It's a lovely purple potion, which I will add to my collection of health already. I do like these doorframe models, too. yeah, the Xbox Edition added a couple of interesting new models. I see that up there. Which never made it into the official versions of the game, because I guess technically Xbox was kind of a spin-off. I mean, it was made by Crow Team, it was worked on them, it was worked on by them. Please, English, don't fail me now. English is obviously my first language, you can tell. But it was also developed in partnership with 2K Games, I believe, and then after some weird business with 2K and they eventually split apart, they couldn't port the Xbox Edition to the PC version of the game, so that kind of explains why that is. But now we have this mod, so I can't really complain too much. You should be dead. Now you are dead. Nice. You are dead. Because you are dead, we're not going to get into this routine again. We're instead going to try and get into the multi-kill routine and appreciate the spread of this single-barreled shotgun until we eventually get some new weapons. Technically, we have the new weapons already. I can shoot this guy in the face with my double shotgun, but that takes years, whereas the single shotgun does things more efficiently. Where do we want to go? Probably this way. I do like those ceiling beams. And I do like this little secret area over here where I can pick up some secret health. Boop. Give me this. And also give me the monies. I want this treasure chest of monies right here. I can see through the floor. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that's intentional or not. Maybe it is? It's probably just not built around this model properly. I wonder if I could shoot through it. Yeah, sort of, I think? No, it's actually fairly solid. Maybe it is just a mesh error. Well, this mod is officially garbage because of that single mesh error. 0 out of 10. Worst way to experience Serious Sam ever in the history of mankind. Eventually, when mankind is gone, and aliens come to see the desolation of Earth, they will look back, they will look at all versions of Serious Sam, and they will say to themselves, man, that Xbox mod was pretty terrible because of that one issue, where the mesh wasn't coordinated properly with the rest of the architecture. Would like some of this money, though. And I would like to not die. Not dying would be a great thing that could happen to me today. I would like to continue living. Actually see how far into the game I can get before I finally kick the bucket. Knowing how long it's been since I've properly played Serious Sam Classic, it could happen sooner. Sooner than I imagine. Whoa, look at the flare! It's blinding! Get that out of my face. Give me this health pill. Stop running away from me. You are my friend. Let's be friends forever, Mr. Health Pill. Go on adventures together until you're eventually sapped away by my degenerating health. And I will never see you again until I pick up another health pill and completely forget about this tragic tale. I should just use the chainsaw. This is a weapon that's available to me, and I am going to exploit it. Except when I choose not to. Just to add a little bit of a flavor of challenge to the game. Hello, secret passage? Give me them shotgun shells. Nice. Uh-oh. That's not good. You are much less good. Stop spawning in front of my face. I'm trying to shoot this dude, and you keep getting in the way. Super inconsiderate. Can't you all wait your turn to be murdered? Please, it would be very helpful to me. Just take a number. Get in line. I could do this all day long. Okay, I thought he just completely didn't care that he got shot in the foot, but I retract that statement that I was going to proclaim loud. Oh, I'm making a lot of noise. I wonder if this guy will actually melee attack if I sit here long enough. Will he punch the wall? Yeah, he will. How about that? That's cute. You're cute. You should die now. All of you should die now. Yeah. See that rocket launcher over there? I picked up that rocket launcher over there. That is indeed some serious firepower. Oop. will not catch me off guard that easily, good sir, for I have the master of deceit and deception in comparison to the likes of you. I know exactly where you're going to spawn, because I am an aficionado of Serious Sam. Let's keep you stun-locked with my trusty shotgun. If I can remember to aim properly, that would most likely be helpful. Oh. Hi? Hi, hello. If I just keep spamming these pistols, eventually I'll hit something or another. Aiming? That's just merely an option at this point in time. Let's go. Oh, hey there. Man, these clear skeletons are definitely being a trifle to deal with. If only there were some sort of specialized weapon I could use to one-shot them with barely any effort except for a little bit of aiming. It's such a shame that that thing doesn't exist, however. Ah, good old Serious Sam pathfinding. You know, pathfinding that doesn't actually exist. I'm gonna take advantage of this. Maybe get hit a few times by a few of those bolasses. Or chain balls, depending on what it is you want to call them. But I have an advantageous position, and I'm going to exploit that. And now that I have finished exploiting that, I shall move on. Go on to a better place, where there's happiness and joy. Oh. And you're also stuck down there. Oh, hey, hello. Chainsaw. We'll also get rid of this guy down here, too. Give me them 500 points. And that's 500. Ah, hey, nice. That's one thing I don't miss from Serious Sam Classic. Where the clears just decide they don't feel like pouncing half of the time. It's, super irritating to me. What's in here? Besides you, I mean. And possibly a clear skeleton. It is Mr. Bomberman. Mr. Bomberman, go boom. Hey, nice health kit. I'll pick that up. Get 50 health points. And move on. I think some of the atmospheric lighting in this level actually looks a bit better compared to Classic. Like, this area looks a bit more kind of dull and grayish in the Classic version, but it's got a little bit more of the fake lights going on, and some of the trim around the pillars also makes the place just a bit fancier. I think they replaced a few of the decals, too. That is always welcome. Mouse aiming always felt a little bit weird in this version of the game for me. Even in Classic, I definitely still had some issues just getting used to the movement again. Movement was a little bit more floaty back in the day. I mean, if you ascended a flight of stairs or a ramp at a certain angle and then jumped, then you could just send yourself flying and you could sort of soar for a little bit of time. It was pretty cool. It could also help you break some sections of the maps as well. Good times. Very good times indeed. Okay. Shells. Armor. Extra life. Ooh. That's kinda neat. Huh? Huh. Okay, I assume that this is probably supposed to disappear, but it's not. We get a nice look at the Serious Sam. It says something or other on the back. I think it says www.crowteam.com. Nice advertising right there, developers. Good job. That was close. That was somewhat more close. Because some of that movement is a little bit unpredictable. Yeah, the bombers seem to be exploding much more quickly. I should be a little bit cautious around those dudes. And I should ignore this. I want to actually go down this secret passage. Secret passage, which has health aplenty, ammunition for all of my secret weapons. And, most importantly, it has that armor over there. And treasure. I like treasure. Treasure's pretty nice. Could always use more treasure. Don't know where I'm gonna cash all of this in the end of my days. It could be my retirement fund for all I know, and that would be nice. I could retire to some nice tropical location at the age of 35, and then 2 hours later, aliens start invading, and then we're going through the same song and dance all over again. Die, statues of Ta. You don't belong in this world. Neither do all of you. You are all abominations. And I hear an abomination that is screaming at me. Should probably get rid of him. Oh, hey, mouse turning. That's good. I really don't know if I can actually adjust that properly without causing even more problems for myself. Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate your services in getting rid of that dastardly foe. I knew I heard somebody behind me. I'm glad my senses are still somewhat intact. I just realized I forgot to save in that phone booth when I came back. Well, all the more reason to ignore it and pretend that I know what I'm doing. Boom. I'm just going to take my time here and clear out all of these additional enemy spawns. Just so that way I have less things to worry about in the near future. Jeez, I have a lot of rockets. You know what, I'm just gonna use a rocket right here so I can pick this up and feel justified in that decision. I might do it for the other ones too. Who knows? Who knows what I will do next? Only I know what I will do next. You, dear viewer, on the other hand, will have to sit there in suspense until I make my decision. Like, will I go after that double-barreled shotgun? Some people are sitting at the edge of their seats hoping I'm gonna do it. And maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just look at it for a while and admire the beauty of this weapon. Mine. Yeah, baby! Ah, the double-barreled shotgun, the weapon with the ridiculous amount of spread. Overall, kinda useless under most circumstances, but at least it can one-shot clear skeletons if you aim right. So there is that benefit to consider. I would like this treasure. No, you don't matter. All that matters in the world is money. Because it is what's literally keeping me alive. You see that extra points counter at the top? And you see those extra lives that are sitting in the corner of my screen? That is my vitality at this point in time. So yes indeed, money matters. It is the only thing that will actually make Sam happy. And also guns. Guns also tend to make him happy. Serious Sam is a very three-dimensional character. He has likes and dislikes, all of which mainly revolve around guns, killing aliens, getting money, and possibly prostitutes, according to the original Serious Sam design document. But what do I know? Hi. I would like some more of this ammunition because I'm actually spending quite a lot of shotgun shells in comparison to before. And I would like to stop being interrupted by kamikazes. I'd like to actually shoot them in the face if that were possible. This is a bit of a predicament. Marsh hoppers. Some of the most deadly enemies in Serious Sam. Never to be seen again ever since the classic versions of the game, and probably for a good reason. You could say they were somewhat replaced by spiders in Serious Sam 3, but I'm not sure if they were quite as well received. But really, the most things that they did with the Marsh Hoppers was just put them in rooms that are basically giant arenas and send 1,000,000 of them at you. And then in the second encounter, they introduced the chainsaw, and then Go Team realized, wait, this ain't gonna work anymore because the chainsaw is broken. This is all hell. Those were good times. I would like to see the chainsaw back in Serious Sam. But at the same time, I would also like to see some new weaponry as well. Like, the sledgehammer is, like, a really cool weapon. It's one thing that I do appreciate Serious Sam 3 for. It gave us a sledgehammer. And also Bogus Detour, too. I should probably get back to playing that with Zero at some point or another. Maybe. Maybe that is a thing that could happen. I mean, you see what I mean, right? Like, you'd think it would be far more satisfying to kill those guys with 2 shots with a double-barreled shotgun instead of 3, because 3 just takes forever. I don't know, man. I just wish the double-barrel shotgun were a little bit better. Get out of here. And with that, I'm gonna pick up a few more things. Just a few more things. Like them rockets over there. Nice rockets. and see if I left anything else behind. I will take these shotgun shells. You never know when you're going to run out of shotgun shells. Oh yeah, never, because it is Serious Sam. Eventually, you're just going to find shotgun shells appearing magically in your pockets, as if they were always there in the first place. Get out of here, foes. Your time to shine has ended. It is now time for the Duke to rise. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I feel my dick, and my balls, even my nipples.
Uh-oh. Come to Papa.
The sex I've never had. The GFs I've never had. They won't stop hurting. You feel too, don't you? Yeah, let's get that business out of the way. It was a surprisingly short trip to actually get here. I'm hearing battle music, and that's concerning. Also, I see rockets. That's kind of cool. Why are enemies deciding to show up so soon? This feels unnatural, and I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna just kind of peek over here, just very subtly, and see what's happening. Okay, this could go wrong in a number of ways, because I know that there are... What? Huh? What? I know there are a bunch of enemy spawns linked to that one guy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a couple of dudes appear from over there. That's probably unintentional, I would imagine. We should not be encountering these biomechs so soon. Well, this can make things a little bit more challenging, so I guess I'm up for a good old-fashioned challenge. It's like those little Serious Sam challenges that I used to do for a while back on this channel. And that was before Serious Sam Fusion came out, and I started doing beta testing for that. Okay. I know which one of these enemies I kill will spawn a couple of nasty dudes. Namely, that headless bomber over there, so I'm gonna try and not murder his face. I'm gonna try and hesitate from doing that. I really wish my aim with this double-barreled shotgun were actually a bit better. I'm just gonna do something here. Boop. Use the good old-fashioned single pistol strategy. And I think doing that would have caused... Yeah, there he is. I really want to kill this bomb. Oh god, no, no, don't make this even more horrible than it already is. This is a disaster. I'm just gonna keep pistol whipping these guys until eventually I get results. And hopefully not get that bomber shot in the face. Maybe if I keep jumping, I can prevent him from getting caught in the crossfire. That's the dream, anyway. Mr. Bomber, please don't get shot. I need you to do me a solid right now, and that solid is, don't die. Don't die until you have my permission to die. That's the plan. Sam, my man. Green eggs and ham. Toast. Okay. That's him out of the way. And I think, yeah, that's gonna spawn even more enemies, another wave. Well, if anything, this will probably take us maybe a little bit less time to complete this level, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, that balance has just been thrown completely out of whack because that wearable just has a bunch of enemy triggers attached to it. So if it's the first thing that you kill, you're gonna have an experience which is, interesting. Like what we just witnessed right there. I will praise the fact that the chainsaw exists as a weapon, however, because that's making this much comparatively easier. Okay. Oh no, that's not good. That's definitely not good. I was just gonna kind of casually run by him, but then he actually killed himself. And that's kind of changed the strategy a bit. Well, let's just try and maintain our distance. Shoot this guy with the single-barreled shotgun. And, yeah. Do this. I could really use some health right about now. Health would be quintessential to my survival. Oh boy! I'm glad that he didn't bounce forward quite as much as I expected him to. I think there's another guy over here, maybe? Check. Oh yeah, there he is. Get out of here. I'm almost out of ammo, too. I used up quite a lot of shotgun shells. Let's just go back to the start of the level where we can just refuel. That's, probably a good idea. Might help us in the long run. I don't think I'm gonna be finding any extra health, however. Not even at the start of the level? Nah. The game just doesn't play its cards like that. Difficulty just ramps up all of a sudden. And we're going to have to trick our way to those lovely looking pylons and that delicious looking statue, which I just want to cut apart with my chainsaw. But alas, we have to do the tedious effort of walking there. You see? We gotta walk there. Oh, health. Okay, I'm gonna stop walking. Another feature in Serious Sam Classic which you don't have in HD is that you can actually hold shift to walk. And it's kind of cool. I like that. Little touches and details, such as that, make me happy. Oh, wait a minute, that's spawning enemies. Okay, I'll go after that later, because I know that there's gonna be enemies flanking me in a moment. It's probably best if I just maintain my distance. Grab you. Shoot a couple of you. Ignore the wearable that's circling around me. And now pay attention to the wearable that is circling around me. You perform the deadly dance of Serious Sam, and you gain cash money as a result. Nice. Let's rack up them extra lives. Let's keep this chain going. Haven't died yet. I don't want to keep this going for as long as possible. Armor? Yes, please. Give me some of that. Let's try not to lose it now. Oh, you're out of the park. All of you ladies are grounded as far as I'm concerned. Especially you. Get out of there. Stop being in the sky for just a little bit of time. Boom. Out of my face. Out of my face. Okay. Got a decent supply of ammunition? Armor's looking a little bit decent, but could be better. Health situation is kind of in that danger zone. And then suddenly, a four-armed green individual has come to spam flaming testicles in my face. I don't like that. I do not like that one bit. Die. I will say that the faster weapon switching is definitely much more of a benefit in this version of the game. It's one thing I don't entirely miss from the old version is the slower weapon switching. Faster weapon switching just makes things a bit more efficient. I do not like the statue of Amun. He wears a skirt. 4 more to go. I'll pick this up.
Now that's some serious firepower.
And here we go. First boss is the giant reptiloid who's not using the homing fireball variant, he's just using the very fast fireballs. Maybe that's intentional? I don't know. He's moving pretty close, though. I don't like that one bit. Please don't melee attack me. Please don't melee attack me. Please don't melee attack me. Thank God.
This is getting serious.
Indeed. Yeah, I expected him to have the homing fireballs, but I guess that's another thing they changed for the Xbox version. I mean, fair enough, he definitely has more health compared to the original boss. So, there's still a factor of challenge in that regard. Can I destroy this? I wonder. curious. Nope, that little pedestal. Definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, let's go. Let's just save at the phone booth over here and observe that item we need to collect. I love how that just acts as a glorified quick save. That's awesome. Eventually my accuracy will improve if I just keep shooting in the same direction, I'm sure. So we got a couple buttons over here. I'm actually wondering if the physics are still broken enough that you can do this. Probably. I guess we'll find out as soon as we hit one of the buttons at least. Give me all the rockets. I'm gonna need them rockets. And I'm gonna need something to take care of these dastardly fish. Oh. I think that's a new spot. I don't remember that being in the original version of the game. It could be possible. Oh, what? Hi. All of them are just kind of appearing out of nowhere, and it's really spooky. I'm just glad, I'm surprised, moreover, that their attacks haven't hit me yet. I'm waiting for it to happen, because electrofish are just completely unpredictable in the original games. There's just kind of a random chance that you may or may not get hit, and that also applies to the damage as well. Like, this is... yeah, here we go. It's happening. And there goes all my health. But hey, at least I didn't get hit that second time. Eh. Alright, what's going to benefit me more? Well, there's armor over there. I like these archway models. Again, some of these custom models, I wish they made it into the HD version. Even if they still had the older textures, I'm sure you could replace them without a problem. You could just look on the internet and grab a couple of high-definition HD art and just be like, yeah, just slap it on. Okay. A 1 and a 2 and hope to God that these guys spawn at a rate in which I could shoot rockets comfortably without detonating one in my face. Okay, good. That's worked. I think one of the enemies is actually drowned, too, so that's pretty helpful. Now, I remember for certain that you're over there. I don't like that. I don't like any of that business. Hit the button. Lower that pedestal containing the unk. Yeah, there's technically a way you could shoot these guys into the water and not have them float like that, but I didn't succeed at doing that. And I could just still do that. Serious M Classic at its finest. I know there's a guy over there. He's gonna waste a rocket to kill him. And also shoot this dude. I mean, I've got plenty of rockets to spare, so it's not a worry at all, really. You're getting lost. Boop. Come on. I know there's more of you. Just a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. There's a good boy. Alright. We'll hit this button just for the sake of it. Just so that way if a second adventurer comes in here and tries to proceed and he'll realize, wait a minute, what was the trick that that gentleman used? How did he manage to collect the key that was up there by just hitting one button? But now we have hit the second one. So he will not be able to ponder that weird secret, and he'll be able to deduce that the key was collected, which he obviously knew about in the first place. Is it just me, or is there a bit of auto-aim going on with the controller here? I'm curious about that. I could check in the game options, but... Ooh. I like the way this room looks. The doorway... Oh, okay. Serious business time. We'll focus on details afterwards. I like the trim that's up there especially. And the atmosphere from the dark lighting is very nice. It's very nice indeed. Hi. Quick save the game. It's nice that you could do that instead of having to reach all the way over on your keyboard to press F6, honestly. A good little feature. But break out the knife every now and then just to be fancy. Shoot these fools. And you! Are you attempting to perform a jape on me, good sir, by just sneakily concealing yourself behind that pillar? No. I know exactly where you're gonna be. I know where all the money's at. And I also know that this is a tarp. Oh, you could just leave? Oh, well, I mean, technically you could just leave, but it's probably not a good idea. Yeah, it's designed a little bit differently in the original version. I will say that much. But I have a chainsaw, however, so that makes things a bit easier. Kinda cool how they actually use the pylon art as wall decoration in here. That's not something I'd ever really seen done before. But man, I mean, you could sort of tell that it's just the pylon texture that's supposed to use the proper wrapping, because I mean, yeah, it just kind of cuts off suddenly. The full art piece actually looks a bit more impressive. I believe it was from the Ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, according to my research. What's around here? So it's another Amun statue. I think that used to be a different statue altogether. I can't remember which god that was, however. He had a bit of a weird name. I don't know my Egypt history all that well, but I am sort of interested in learning it casually at some point or another. Definitely not in university, because I'm not built for history courses at all. I'm just not really good with all that random fact memorization. It's something that I'd just rather do casually. Pursue your dreams, just... If you're gonna pursue your dreams in university, I don't know if that's the smartest idea. Depends on what your dream is. In the meantime, I will give you shoddy life lessons, while also shooting these individuals with a double-barreled shotgun. And I'll destroy that one with a rocket, because that's how you had to do it in the original game. Let's just keep using the rocket launcher for a bit. We got ammo to spare. Let's just send these guys flying. Get a multi-kill. Stare at the nice textures. Yeah, it looks a little bit different compared to Classic. They definitely use a lot of different wall textures. I'm really just a fan of all, like, the new decals. Like, I especially love some of the green colors, like the different color schemes and all. It's very nice. Very nice. Adds a bit of flavor and variety. Livens the game up just a bit. Hello, slippery floor. I wonder if I can still see my reflection. I can. Check this out. I'm gonna stab myself. In the foot. That looks uncomfortable. Nice. Grab this armor. Just wait a moment. We've got a small patrol of skeletons coming up to inspect the armor situation, and we got an ancient papyrus. I'm gonna actually check that out by double hitting enter. Moon Mountains, yes. That is going to be one of our destinations to travel to. I'm looking forward to that. Who's over here? Is it you? Well, not anymore, because you don't exist. Ha ha ha. Let's go. Let's run away. Yeah, try not to get shot. Oh, lordy, let's try not to get shot. Oh, stop. Go away. I think there's actually, yeah. You can actually run back fairly far, and there will still be enemies there waiting for you. The developers thought of everything. Those wacky Croatian developers. Save my game. Right in. Squeeze my hog. Colonel, I appear to have found a statue of myself. It's floating. And there's very ominous music playing in the background. I don't remember this track being in the original. I don't even know why this is an occasion for this music. It definitely makes it feel a bit ominous, but there's not much of anything spooky kind of happening right now. I guess it must be the extreme amount of energy emanating off of this extra life figurine. Maybe I should just pick it up and alleviate that stress. And continue to stare at the majesty that is Serious Sam's Xbox model. Come on. And there we go, there's the music again. That is a weird design decision I will comment on. Any more? Oh yeah. Why is it still going? Can't you just bring back the regular music? No, just please. Thank you. Oh, okay, so it's triggered by killing those 5 particular enemies. Fair enough, I see how you want to play your card games. Mr. Video Game Bots. probably reconsider my skills with a shotgun. Maybe I should use a different weapon. If I just kept shooting rockets all over the place, I'd eventually run out of ammunition, but I'd probably be a little bit safer. Who knows? I'll at least use the rocket launcher to kill this guy. I should use the chainsaw to kill one of those guys. The chainsaw is actually a pretty good weapon against individual arachnoids. Uh-oh.
Come on, you ugly freaks!
Let's go, scumbags. I can take all of you on all at once. Obviously in a non-sexual manner. Boop. Just keep circle strafing the room. Occasionally get shot a few times, but it's okay because these guys actually don't have melee attacks in the classic version, which makes them a little bit less scary. The HD versions have the buzzsaws on their heads, and that actually makes them a little bit more threatening in tight spaces, because melee attacks deal more damage than their actual guns.
Seriously, is that the best you can do?
Because that makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Just gonna try and get all their attention by doing this. And then just keep shooting through the gates. Okay, I swear there must be some sort of auto-aim function going on, because it looks like my rockets are just traveling off course half the time. No, I kind of want to leave you alive because I want to kill you with the chainsaw. There we go. Yeah, see, that still works. Chainsaw's actually pretty overpowered sometimes. I love it a lot. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna check something real quick. Players and controls. Customize buttons? No, it wouldn't be in here. If anything, it would probably be in game options, which I can't check right now, I don't think. Well, I mean, these are technically game options, so yeah. Either auto-aim is just a function that was built into the mod itself, or maybe it just doesn't go according to where the crosshair is pointing, I would presume. So I'm probably just gonna have to be a little bit careful with my shots. Close this. I don't want anybody following me. That adventurer I was referring to earlier is probably my doppelganger, and I don't want him making any progress. I don't want him to thrive. That looks deadly. Should probably not touch it. Part of me is thinking about touching it, but touching it probably lead to disaster. So let's not do that. Because it is very obviously a kill trigger attached to a model of spikes, so even if you touch the side of it, you'll still die. Because video games. Okay. I'm just gonna cut this down. Secret level has been unlocked. Nice. I do love me some secretive levels of secrecy. The only game in the franchise to actually do secret levels. Well, in the main series games anyway. And so, we will take comfort in the fact that we have unlocked that secret level, and we will have a chance to go explore it. It shall be interesting. Nice reflection. I like it that's reflecting the background mountains. I mean, it's technically just supposed to reflect the sky, but, you know, the mountains are built to the sky. Okay, let's grab this. M1A2 Tommy gun. Now, one thing I'm not sure about in this version, this Xbox version, I don't know if they fixed the fire rate bug with the weapons, where, for a while, the automatic weapons just shoot ammunition more slowly. I honestly don't know if they fixed that or not. So, I guess we're just gonna kind of find out as we keep playing. I don't think the bug is happening right now. I guess we'll see once we eventually encounter some clear skeletons in this fight. So I just keep, shooting the source of the enemies appearing. Yeah, it looks like it's actually taking a bit of time to actually kill them, so it seems to me that the bug does indeed still exist. That's problematic, but we'll work around it. We have other weapons at our disposal. It's probably better that the bug is happening now, because eventually, as we make more progress, then by the time we... I don't know, by the time maybe shortly after we collect the laser gun, the bug will be disabled and then the weapons will be firing at their fast firing rate. But it's definitely most noticeable if you get the laser gun while this bug is still occurring, because then it just fires laser guns. The laser gun, it fires even more laser guns! No, it fires the laser projectiles at a very slow pace, and it's kind of irritating. Oh, hey. Nice, I've made it up here successfully. And I got myself that extra life. That vitality I needed to keep going. Excellent. Most excellent. Let's move on. And that's the end of the level. Okay, cool.
Damn B-movie props. I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. This is seriously boring. I need to talk to my agent. Now, what was I doing? I hate it when this happens.
Stellar production values. Here we are at the Moon Mountains, the most joyous occasion. There is a lot of foliage here. I remember these islands looking a lot more barren than the original. But nice jungle trees. It's kind of cool. Though these are jungle trees in Egypt, you know. It looks kind of cool, I guess. Nice plants. Can I destroy these? I can. Oh, there's so much potential! Who knows what kinds of secrets will be hiding in these plants? It's probably more efficient to destroy them like this. This one was hiding armor behind it. How sneaky. Yeah, it looks as though I think my health and armor actually just goes back to basic values every time you load a new level. Which is okay, I guess, actually. Adds a little bit more flavor of challenge to the game. Cannot complain too much about that. Hi. Hey, aiming! I cannot accomplish even such a simple task as that. We'll get these guys. Oh, I can destroy those with my shotgun too. That's actually even more efficient. I will take advantage of this. And I will promptly forget about it in just a few seconds, I'm sure. Oh, come on. That could have killed you in an alternate dimension where my aim was actually better. Ugh. Let's just get rid of these. Come on. Come on, Mr. Igor, get out of here. You too. I want to actually thrive. I want to enjoy my trip to the Moon Mountains. The game is just like, nah. Can't have nice things. Okay, we'll just... First of all, I'm going to focus on you, because you're definitely more important compared to everything else here. Seriously, there's more of you? There we go. A delicious 5,000 points. And I'm gonna look around and see if there's actually any special items around here somewhere. Any treasure? Maybe? Is something hidden beneath this plant? No, it is not. Your plants are filled with lies and deception. I do not approve. I do not approve of these skeletons making my life so miserable either. At least they're jumping off the edge. Makes less enemies I have to deal with in the long run. They're jumping off of the edge, and I think they're almost continuing to live because, yeah, battle music was still going for a bit. That was a bit odd. Hey, money. And enemies! But most importantly, the money. The money is all that counts. Okay. Let's keep this going. Stop crowding me. That's getting irritating. I do not like that. I think I'm getting pushed around by the Nars or something because my view keeps snapping every now and then. It's kind of irritating. I wish they would stop doing that. Stop it. Oh, just stop. I like having the chainsaw. The chainsaw just makes everything so much more fun. Secret armor has been catapulted? Oh, there it is. Gimme. Super armor! It's not just any armor. Oh no. This armor is of such a super degree that it has earned the moniker of super armor. The most super duper armor in existence. I didn't hit that guy. But now I did, so it's okay. Tree hitboxes are blocking my bullets from shooting at these miniature frogs. That's a bother. Actually, maybe I should have left some of those bombers alive. They could have helped me take care of some of these enemies. Okay. Let's cross the bridge. I know there's a secret you could get for jumping into the waterfall. Spawning sound? It's probably nothing. If I could get back over there, then I'll probably go see if I could do that, but I may end up just trying to rocket jump over because I'm not going to risk trying to do a normal jump. That's a little bit too scary for my personal taste. Please stop existing. Thank you. We'll just clean up the damage afterwards. And I think we can take care of this guy safely now. Yep. Off you go, old bean! And now we shall pursue that secret. Hopefully I won't die. Oh, jeez, I didn't even notice my low amount of rockets. Well, I'm just gonna use one to rocket jump anyways, because again, this is kind of perilous to do in the original version, if I recall. Like, that's a bit of a tight jump. And, maybe I can make it. Like, let's see. Oh yeah, it's easier in this version, okay. I know in the original version it's just a pain in the butts. Everyone's butts when you're trying to do that just by doing a regular jump, because there's a very specific spot you have to jump at. But there you go. The Xbox version actually fixed that. It's one less complaint I have. Get out of here. Oh. Rocket time. I should definitely consider getting a refill of rockets because the supply is dwindling. Oh, money. And even more points over here. Sweet. Yeah, I think it's like every secret gives 10,000 points and mega secrets give 50,000. The treasure itself is just a mega secret. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Okay. There we go. Okay. Maybe the chainsaw works on them too? I gotta try this. Yeah, it still does. They just collapse into rocks when you do that. Sweet. Nice destruction effects. I love the chainsaw. Oh, it's so much fun. Best weapon. Okay, give me this health. Ooh. Just give me a minute to switch into my Super Sam suit. There we go. Watch that disappear into the floor. And off we go to continue exploring the main mountains. And after we finish exploring the main mountains, I might actually take a break. Been recording for a while. 5 levels seems like a pretty good time to stop anyways. So, We'll get there when we get there, as a rather incredible individual once said. And we will continue exploiting the fact that the chainsaw has the most broken hitbox in the world, and just rush forward into all of these suicidal frogs, just as suicidally as they are, and not take any damage whatsoever. Excellent. All part of the plan. Oh. Heyo. How is it going? This is a lot of birds. A lot of birds that need to be tamed. But most importantly, you need to die. I can make my job just a little bit easier. And I'll fire a few rockets off of the chain, just to simplify matters. Oh, hi. That spawns you. Almost got it. This typewriter types up quite a storm. I just wrote an entire essay on why harpies are the worst enemies in existence. And they all appreciated it, I'm sure. Hey. Hello. How dare you interrupt me while I was praising my own writing skills. Okay. Just a few more things. A couple of ammunition pickups. And some armor! Which, of course, spawns a guy who's gonna try and punch me in the face. But it didn't work. Your plans have been foiled again, mister. Off we go. Observe those lovely wrappings of pine trees all over the place. Definitely fitting for a setting such as ancient Egypt. Just gonna finish you off with the double barrel. Always satisfying to kill enemies with a double-barreled shotgun. Even if it's not the most powerful weapon in existence, it's always satisfying to finish an enemy off with it. Like even just killing a kamikaze, it's just kaboom! The explosive sound, accompanied by the smooth sounds of the shells being loaded into the cylinders. It's just heavenly. Okay, I'm gonna actually use rockets on you guys. I think if I were to try and stab them to death from this distance, it probably would take a while. I'll just kill you with the pistols. There we go. When all is said and done, all we are is dust in the wind. Especially these bros. Up. In we go. Fishies! No, 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 no. I will hold down the firing button for as long as I have to, until everything stops moving. There we go. Who's up here? It is you. Okay. Try to do this in an orderly fashion, keep them stun locked for as much as possible, and prevent them from trying to take a dip in the pool with me. Because then it would turn into a water fight, and water fights are much more scary than gunfights. Can I... This was probably a mistake. It wasn't as much of a mistake as I anticipated it would be. I'm okay with this. Ooh. Look at this blue illuminated treasure bag. And ammo, too. I don't know if they're supposed to look like this. Probably not. But still. Serves as a nice indication as to where things are. I'm gonna keep swimming this way because I kind of want that armor. That armor is probably going to save my life in the long run. You never know. And these rockets, too. Could always use more rockets. Alright, let's go. Who wants some? No, come on. Just a little bit. There we go. The slow firing rate is still tipping me off a bit, but I'll eventually get used to it again. First of all, I'm going to open up the secret backstage, view the secret teleporter, and ignore it, because I kind of want to fight the boss over here. Also, there's no phone booth, and that's kind of scary, but we'll learn to live with it. Here we go. Just keep firing rockets in that direction. Hope for the best. And that guy just wandered into the pit. Excellent. Lovely. So glad he did that. Actually, I'm quite glad he did that because it's one less threat that I have to deal with. as I continue to try and fight these harpies while my crosshair isn't lighting up. That was, unusual. A rather interesting sight, which I've never witnessed before. I'm probably gonna die, because these harpies are kicking my butt. I have never had this much trouble with these enemies before. Okay, at least we have a chainsaw, though. Yeah, that just happened. Huh. Right then. So, lesson learned. If harpies get close to you at all, you're just dead. Who would have thunk it? I thought I actually had a grand strategy going right there, but nope. It's just I was getting beat down 6 ways till Sunday. Which means if there are more, I'm probably going to suffer quite a bit. And it will be a travesty. Oh look, there's more. And a wearable. Just in case things weren't exciting enough. Here's Mr. Wearable to give me a surprise. A surprise hug. Seriously, why is that not working? Fine, chainsaw time. Everybody's happy in chainsaw time. Because in chainsaw time, everybody has a rip-roaring good time. Right. Okay. Well, that was a little bit friggin' spooky, but we eventually managed to beat all of the odds and make it to the end. So I can't complain about that too much. Let's finish on maybe this one cutscene right here.
Cool.
Absolutely charming voice acting by John J. Dick, voice of Serious Sam. So I think we're just gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna start this level off just by maybe killing this guy. We'll just get this out of the way, and then I think we'll call it a session, because we've been playing for quite some time. After a few years, eventually this Tommy gun will finish this dude off. And there we go. But yeah, this is pretty neat so far. I do like some of the additions added to the Xbox version. An interesting way to play the game. Definitely has a lot more cool details, which makes Egypt look a little bit more lively. But yes, I guess we will have to judge this more as we continue playing, and we're just gonna stop it right here, unceremoniously. Bye.